enter to a house or bank or something illegally or so, and then you take something. No need of that. You are getting things which you don't deserve. That's stealing. The corruption is totally stealing of money of the people, taxpayers, right? Stealing. You are stealing money from the bank of taxpayers. So, and you still stay, and you become rich, and you put money in Swiss bank and so forth, and then you think you are enjoying and you are a great person, you think that. So that is lack of morality, lack of ethics, right? So this is very important, worldly and spiritually both. So the discipline, the ethical morality, ethical discipline is very important. And then, according to the karma, without practicing morality, any kinds of morality, not all the 10 virtuous actions, but even one virtuous action, you take a vow of one virtuous action and you protect that carefully, and that will lead you to be born in human being in the future. Because as Chandrakirti said in his book of Madhyamika, that the causes of taking rebirth in higher realms is the morality, only morality. And then, so that is not, I'm not talking about the precious human form, precious human being, general human being. General human being can be taken, generally human being form can be taken by any kinds of practice of morality. So you don't have to be a Buddhist to be born in human being again. If you practice Christian and other religions, they practice morality earlier. Nowadays, we don't know. Everywhere it is degenerated, So for us also, it is very important that you have to have the feeling that if you do something wrong by mistake or whatever, then you should have feeling of guilty. If you don't have the feeling of guilty, then you're gone. You're finished. Then you cannot practice morality. And if you cannot practice morality, the base is not there. So the two other trainings you cannot practice. And then the base is not there, then you cannot go up in the Dhamma practice, right? So that is, I always think that's very important. And I always suggest that we must encourage people, and encourage people to follow the moralities, like, Panch Shilas, the five Shilas. Shila means moralities. It was taught by Buddha, but it is it is quite common. Everybody knows about that. So that has to be advertised, because nowadays the advertisement is very influential to the people, So like no smoking. Smoking is injurious to health. So everywhere you find that, and then it affects after some time it affects many people, So like don't drink and so forth. So like that, don't lie. So this kind of efforts, if we can make, we can promote morality, I believe, and which is very important. So this is degenerated persons, right? And degenerated time. Our time is degenerated time. Degenerated time. So it is degenerated time because all those delusions are enhanced, and delusions are very powerful, and all the bad conditions are very powerful and good conditions are very weak, unlike earlier times. So this time is a very degenerated time and degenerated view. So we can have very wrong views very easily. Wrong views have been there in earlier times, but also like small things are also can give us very big bad results. If you kill, for example, if you kill an insect, and you don't care, that doesn't matter. That is a killing action. And if you kill, you don't have to. In order to commit a killing action, you don't have to kill a human being. Insects, including insects and fish and so forth. So most of the people, we don't care about killing animals, and so some people even they enjoy killing. So that kind of wrong views are there. So this 5 degenerated time. This is 5 dregs, 5 degenerations. So the 5 degenerations are happening now. It is 5 degenerations are happening now. The translation. Here what he says, like this also rules are forming a part of awakening. The essence of when karmic seed left over from the time where it arose in me. No. The 5 awakening, the 5 prevalent signs of degeneration was passed down from the one from golden. I think this translation is even worse. So the 5 degenerations are happening now. You should convert them into the path of awakening. So there are so many unfavorable conditions. Is it unfavorable or unfavorable? Unfavorable conditions. So many unfavorable conditions. So like bad luck, losing in business, becoming sick, family problems, fighting with wife or husbands. So all kinds of things are happening. We are surrounded by all that kind of conditions. So any kinds of that kind, any unfavorable conditions, we can convert them into the path to the enlightenment through this practice. So this is one of the great feature, great quality of of this mind training practice. So you should convert them into the path of awakening. So awakening is translated for enlightenment, right? The Buddhahood. So I don't know whether so many people use awakening. So actually, when we in Tibetan Buddha, no Sanskrit Buddha, in Tibetan it is Sangye, Sangye. Sangye should also this was Sangye. So Sang means awakening. So it is you are awake from the sleep of delusions. So you are awake. So it's Sang. So the Ye is missing there, So anyway, awakening means enlightenment, Buddhahood. And this instruction is like diamond, like sun, like medicinal tree. It is the principal, ever precious discipline. Like the diamond, like the diamond, yeah. So this mind training instruction is like the diamond, like a diamond, because diamond is considered very precious, and the small parts of diamond costs a lot of money, so it worth a lot of money. Even if the small parts of diamond is broken or something, still it is diamond. It never loses its name, fame, dignity. So it is always there, even if it is not a big one, it is small one, a broken one, still is a diamond. So similarly, if you have body mind, and then you are like diamond. Even if you don't have any other qualities, you become bodhisattva. So Shantideva said in his book of what was that? Bodhisattva's way of life. Bodhicharya Avatara. He said that if you generate buddhi mind, at that moment, even if you are in the hell realm or any other lower realms, you are bodhisattva. You are called a son of Buddha, and you deserve prostrations from human beings. Not only human beings, also from the heavenly beings, the gods and goddess, they all have to prostrate you. So even if you are in, because bodhicitta mind can be generated in lower realms also, The first time Buddha Shakyamuni generated bodhi mind, that was in hell realm, right? So the first time he generated great compassion in hell realm, and then after that he just at that moment he as soon as he got that kind of great compassionate feeling, then he died and he took rebirth in higher realms, and then he became bodhisattva. So it is like a diamond, Even if you don't, you know nothing, you are bodhisattva. So you are the object of prostration by the all sentient beings and by all beings, So and Buddhas will also call you son of Buddhas. So that is the Shantideva said in his book. So it's like diamond, and it's like what is that? Sun, sun. The sunlight. When there is sunlight, there is no place for darkness. So all the darknesses are gone when sun rises, when sun shines. When sun shines in the world, the darkness in the world is gone. And you don't need the whole sunlight. Even you get some sun rays through the window, the darkness in the house or in the room is gone. Similarly, if you have bodhicitta, bodhi mind, then you don't need any other practice. Accumulation of merit is done by this mind. The confession or the purification is also get done by bodhi mind. So you don't have to practice any other practices. Only practice bodhicitta mind, and the bodhicitta mind will take care of all the practices. So therefore it is like sun. Bodhicitta is like sun, So when you have bodhicitta, the real bodhicitta, every moment you are accumulating merit. And that too is in huge quantity. We cannot compare our accumulation of merit. Maybe our accumulation of merit of years and years equals with a second, or even shorter than a second of bodhicitta mind, of bodhisattvas. So accumulation of merit is huge. When you have bodhicitta, it's like a big machine, generating the merit. And because of the bodhicitta mind, you have the bodhicitta mind, it purifies all your bad karmas and sins that you have committed in this life or in the past lives automatically. So you don't need anything. It's like sun rays. So sun rays, a little bit of sun rays comes into your room, the darkness is gone. So bodhicitta mind, of course, if you have the real bodhicitta mind, then you have the precious, the most precious thing within you. But if you have slight kind of practice of bodhicitta, that also accumulate huge amount of merit. So it is like sun, and then it is like medicine tree. It says medicine tree here, but in Tibetan version, in my root text, this sentence is not there. So we have these different versions. So other versions are there. So the medicinal tree or tree. So medicinal tree, if it's medicinal tree, that the other day we have the medicinal Buddha is holding one fruit, So that is kind of a root of all medicines. So that cures all kinds of sicknesses. So bodhicitta, if you have bodhicitta, of course, it can cure all kinds of sicknesses. The sickness of ignorance, sickness of hatred, sickness of attachments, and so forth. So it is like medicinal tree. Now, first point, learn the preliminaries. Yes, learn the preliminaries. The first point, learn the preliminaries. Furthermore, be trained in not conceptualizing the three spheres. First, train in the preliminaries. Think that all phenomena are like a dream. Yes. So the root text it says only first train in the preliminaries, and then think that all phenomena are like a dream. So this root text says that means first you get trained in preliminary practices, and then what was that? And think all the phenomena are like dream. And these two sentences are not here in this one. So anyway, it comes later. First we must prepare for the practice of bodhicitta, right? So for that, preliminary practices must be. we must practice the preliminary practices. So the preliminary practices are that the other day I had mentioned, the Lamrim practices. That is according to our tradition, that is Lamrim practices. Other traditions like Nyingmapa, Kagyupa, they have this 100,000 prostrations, 100,000 taking refugees, 100,000 reciting 100 syllabus mantra, and 100,000 four, Kaya. 100,000, I think 100,000 Guru Yoga, I mean. Huh? Oh, mandala, right. 100,000 mandala. So according to our tradition, it is not fixed like that, It's 100,000, 100. Now it is maybe you need more, maybe you need less, so it is not fixed. So you can do at the same time prostration, reciting mantras, reciting the taking refugee, 3 jewels, and offering mantras. You can do it at the same time. But the main thing is the practice of Lamrim. So how to, you have to know how to rely upon a guru, and then you rely upon a guru accordingly. Then you should realize how the precious human form is difficult to achieve, and then the impermanence, particularly impermanence of death, and then after death we have to take rebirth. Then taking refuge in 3 jewels and the karmic system, the causality, how it works. It is very important to know. And then renunciation. So these are preliminary practices. So we have to do preliminary practices, and then we can go to the real training of bodhicitta, right? So that is preliminary teachings. No preliminary practices. And then that all phenomena, think that all phenomena are like a dream. So that after that, you have to have this understanding of emptiness. So this is two truths cannot be separated, as I mentioned earlier. Two truths cannot be separated. That is the base. There's base truths. Truth can never be changed by any kinds of power. It is there. Even Buddha cannot change. So Buddha just introduced. These are the truths, but he never changed because he can't change it. So the base. Two base truths. There are two base, and they are the same nature. They are in same nature. So if it is in one nature, then you cannot separate. If it is in two different kinds or two different nature, then you may be able to separate them. So the two. So for So for that reason, we have the base, two separate, different base. We need two different things for our practice, to train ourselves. So that is method and wisdom. So the wisdom part is emptiness, right? So then there will be two results, as we discussed the other day. The two results. There's two results. So here the Geshe Chekawa, who wrote this book, he talks about the wisdom part at the beginning, a little bit, not much. So because he has to talk, because it cannot be left out, you cannot be left out. So he has to. But in our Lamrim tradition, the Adisha tradition and Guru Tsongkhapa tradition, so we teach the wisdom part at the end. First we discuss the bodhicitta and other preliminary practices. So anyway, so here Geshe Chekawa, the Kadamba Geshe. So here he talks about the wisdom part, the emptiness part first. So he says, think that all phenomena are like a dream. Then now, so we will discuss in the second sentences, second verse. Second point, it says, analyze the unborn nature of mind. That is, rest in the essence of mind, the basis of everything. Even the remedy naturally liberates itself. Rest in the sense of, in the essence of mind. Oh, I read that. In post-meditation, that is, in post-meditation, know that all phenomena are illusory. Abandon all hope for results. So that is, abandon all hope for results. That is not in this my Tibetan text. I check here this Tibetan text. No. Abandon all hope for results. That comes later, I believe. It is not here. So let's see. So first, what it says, analyze the unborn nature of mind. So he's talking about the wisdom part of the practice and emptiness. So how to establish emptiness? So you analyze the unborn nature of mind. You analyze about the mind, which is about the mind. How do you say now? Whose nature is never born, whose nature is unborn. Not only unborn, as we discussed in Heart Sutra, it is unborn, it will never cease, so it is, it will never cease, it is unborn, it's like that, So the nature of the mind is unborn. But you analyze the nature of the mind. So this is more or less the tradition of the teaching of ancient Tibetan system. Ancient Tibetan system means the before Je Tsongkhapa, Though after Je Tsongkhapa, the way of teaching has a little bit changed. It is more logical, more reasoning, more analytical. So there were in the ancient time, also, of course, the emptiness is established, but more it is analyzed on mind. They call it Ripa, it's mind. And as I told you during the Heart Sutra teaching, so in the Jetsongkhapa's teaching, we say this, it is easier if you analyze emptiness on self, that is there. So how to analyze the self? You try to find out the self, where is the self, as you observe or as you see right now. That is how to find, how to analyze. Here is, you analyze that mind. So mind, it says that you look at your mind, and from where it comes from. You check where it comes from. Mind is there, and you check where it comes from, and you don't find. And then you check where it goes. It is difficult to find where it goes. You don't know how it goes. Mind, how it. So mind, how. And then present mind, how it abides. A present mind, how it abides. You check. You don't find. You don't find, do you? How it abides. Look at your mind. And look. Look how it abides, how it goes, from where it came. You check, you look. And then you don't find it. And you will see some kind of emptiness. So through that, you try to establish the emptiness. This is, as I told you earlier also, Mahabuddha, this is the teaching. So, sometimes people, they just meditate on that mind for a week, for 10 days, for 15 days, and so forth. And they look at the mind, and they don't find, and sometimes they realize emptiness. But you have to be careful that emptiness is not, there's emptiness which is explained in Buddhism is not just nothingness. You don't think anything, you're just nothing. It can be like, nothingness, and then you observe into nothingness, and then you are very peaceful. But that is not emptiness. So emptiness should have, realization of emptiness should have the influence of understanding of non-existence of the empty of inherent existence. That influence should be there. Otherwise, you will lead to a different kind of emptiness, and then you will end up with some misunderstanding of emptiness, and which will never attack the ignorance and all the delusions, and then we have lost. Okay, we will not be benefited. So that is analyze the unborn nature of mind. analyze the unborn nature of mind. Even the remedy naturally liberates itself. So this is the purify the strongest negative emotion first. That comes somewhere later, sometime later. Even the remedy naturally liberates itself. That is Nyembo Nidana. So that is talking about the antidote. Antidote itself also empty. Here it explains that sometimes maybe yes, all the phenomena they are empty of inherent existence. But the antidote, the wisdom, which realizes the emptiness, that can be exist inherently. That kind of misunderstanding can arise. So it says the antidote itself is also has to be liberated. It should be free from the inherent existence. The antidote itself also should be free from inherent existence. That is Nyebunyi Javan Satro. So Lamji Wo Kushin Lashas. So rest in the essence of mind, the base of everything. And then when you find the emptiness, then you rest. Meditate on that. You take rest. So you meditate on that. So it says rest in the essence of mind. The essence of mind or nature of mind. The ultimate nature of mind. Rest in the ultimate nature of mind. It should be like that. The basis of everything. So the nature of mind is, this is some kind of the word that is used in mind-only school. Because in Pasangika, we don't use this kind of word, the base of everything. That is called, in Tibetan, it is called Kunshi. Kun means everything. Shi means the base. So there is one mind that is the base of everything. So that is according to the mind-only school. The mind-only school has, they describe a mind which is base of everything. That is called base of everything, Kunshi. So everything comes out from that. Even the external things has to come from that mind. Because therefore it is called the base of everything. But in Pasangika, our school, according to the Nagarjuna and Aryadeva and Shantideva, we don't accept that mind. So in different schools they have different explanations, and different views and different philosophies. So that word is used here, but the meaning is not that. Not the meaning that explains in mind-only school. So it has to be like the rest in the essence of mind and meditate on that. So in post-meditation, know that all phenomena are illusory. So in post-meditation means that, when you meditate, when you meditate on emptiness, then you dissolve into emptiness. You meditate on that only, and there's nothing, no conception, no thoughts, no visualization, no nothing. There shouldn't be anything. So that is meditating on emptiness. And when you, for example, there is, when you first get into the seeing path, that is called Pachamelam. There is no obstacle path. The no obstacle path means there is nothing but emptiness. And then when you arouse from that meditation, and then you take a break, that is in between sessions. In between sessions, you take a break, and then you do something else. You drink tea, or you drink food, eat something, walk, go to washroom. After that, you may again go into meditation session. That is another session. And then after that, again, when you get tired, after 1 hour, 2 hours of meditation, then you get up, and then that is breaks. There's a break, So in between the break sessions, in the break sessions, you cannot meditate on emptiness in those while you are going to washroom and so forth. So and then during that period, then you think you can see everything. You can see house, you can see people, you can see books, you can see cups, you can see everything. But during meditation, it's all emptiness. You cannot see any forms. It's just emptiness. When you come out of that, then you see everything. But you see everything, but you should feel that everything is illusory. It's like as I mentioned earlier, it's like a reflection in the pond or in the mirror, and also it's like an echo coming from the other side of the mountain. It repeats when you say some words. It repeats, but there's no people there. There's no sound coming from there. So everything is like that. It's nature of empty. But you see something. But there is just seeing a reflection and not reality. In reality, there's no solid things. In the ultimate reality, there is no solid things, So know that all phenomena are illusory. That is, Trinzam Jume Kibur Chas. Trinzam Jume Kibur Chas. So you, according to the Tibetan sentence, that in between sessions, you yourself also should be considered as an illusory being. Illusory being. So everything is like illusory. So in between sessions, you yourself also should feel like illusory being. So that is between sessions. Now, for bodhicitta practice, now this is the wisdom part, right? Now the practice, so that is wisdom part.